Hey guys, welcome to Season 2, Episode 16 of Castle. Here we go. Oh, my God.
6, 7, 8. 1, 2,
Why y'all Beyonce this morning? You got school dance coming up?
No. Ashley gave me some of her cheer routine. She's been on the JV for 2 years and she wants me to try out for the squad.
Who are you and what have you done with my daughter?
What's wrong with cheerleading?
No, nothing's.
It's not,
I
it
didn't
just doesn't seem like you.
want to be one.
Me either.
Murder.
Picks a female, late 20s.
Caramel sauce?
Maybe our killer has a sweet tooth.
Given his state of undress, I'd say it's more likely he had a sexual fetish.
Yeah, I can do the chocolate, I'll even do the whipped cream bikini, but caramel, I prefer slippery to sticky.
Does she know we can hear her?
Bondage cuffs, custom made. Looks like our killer liked public play.
How can you tell the difference between custom and regular?
The leather is too high quality to be mass produced and it's hand stitched.
No, I mean, how can you tell the difference?
So time of death?
Found about a dozen partial shoe impressions, but the ground's too cold to get the imprints.
But we did find this. Wheel marks about 18 inches apart.
Rolling suitcase?
Judging by the depth of
Oh,
the
that's
crack,
good.
I'd say it was carrying something heavy.
Guessing around 105 pounds.
So he killed her elsewhere and then brought her here.
She's 105 pounds. She doesn't look 105
Psychology
pounds.
doesn't make any sense. The crime scene was.
That's not saying that she's...
which
I'm gonna shut up now.
Significant amount of premeditation, but the murder itself, suffocation, might indicate a crime of passion.
Guy covered her in caramel. Do you really think we're gonna find a logical explanation?
Only a handful of bondage shops in the city do custom work. So let's take photos of those cuffs, send it out, see if anyone
This guy's stunned.
Only a handful of shops? Okay, what aren't you telling me?
So much, Castle. So very, very much.
Oh, this is gonna be wild.
Her fingerprints aren't in the system.
Oh! No.
How do you even get in that position?
I don't know, but you should try that with your girlfriend, Honey Milk. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna buy this for you right now.
Oh, jeez. How do you even get in that position?
Right? It's not even possible.
Oh, it's possible. Anything on campus?
Nothing yet. Nothing back from missing persons. Given that it just happened last night, most likely that can be reported for a couple of days.
When are we gonna meet that Jenny?
When the time is right, I'll bring her around. I don't want you guys scaring her off.
Oh, there she is now.
Fair point.
Hello?
You guys give him a break. I wouldn't bring my boyfriend around here either.
Boyfriend? Did I miss something?
So,
What is
Barry from the Love Shackle, he says a cuff might be theirs, but he'd have to examine them close to know for sure.
Well, then have evidence pull them and tell them I'm coming.
Oh, field trip to a sex store.
I love this case. Look at him following her. Who's with, huh? Me or him?
You, bro.
Yeah, you...
Hands down.
Oh, man.
Well, while we're here...
Some of this stuff is just crazy.
Oh, this is Pete?
How do you go into a
No.
store and buy some of this stuff? Like, honestly, I feel like I'd be embarrassed to do that. Walk up to the checkout spot.
Just getting started, huh?
Oh, I'll take
I'll
this.
get a lot of first
That's
timers.
strange.
We carry everything from Bondage 101 all the way up to the more advanced stuff for your pleasure PhD. But if you're just looking to dip your toe in the water, these little guys are best sellers. Want to give them a try?
No thanks. I've already got a pair of my own.
Double cross lap stitch on the seam. The cuffs were purchased 6 months ago by a Tyler Benton. He had them specially made for his girlfriend. Cute girl, too.
You remember her?
Specially made? What does that mean?
Mid-20s. Asked a lot of questions.
Does she by any chance look like this?
Oh, God.
We need to talk to Tyler Benton and find out what he was doing last night.
I guess he's killing his girlfriend.
That is a great guess.
Have you ever seen these before?
Yeah, I bought them for Jessica a few months ago. Why?
She was found hanging by them in the park. You guys like to play?
You guys like to play?
No, we never even used them. They were just supposed to be a joke because of her research.
Research?
I tried to be supportive, but I should have stopped her. I should have pushed her to study something else.
And where did you keep these cuffs?
I don't know. At her place, I guess. Her roommate probably knows the two of them are like attached at the hip.
Interesting. Okay.
Jessica and I have been roommates since freshman year. We've lived together so long.
Oh my god!
Tyler said that you might know where she
That's
kept
Sam
the
and
cuffs
Dean's
and gave them.
mom!
She showed them to me when she got them, but I never saw them after that.
Did Jessica ever mention where she was going to be last night?
No. I got in at around 10. It didn't look like she'd been home. Since Tyler was on call, I assumed she was up at the university working on her thesis.
I wish I could help you, Detective.
Her
Sometimes
thesis
she worked late. She wasn't here
on
last night.
bondage.
Are you sure about that?
I was here till 11 grading papers. I would have seen her. Kelly, this is Detective Beckett and Richard Castle. They need to see Jessica's research.
I know her too. Damn.
She's a finalist for the Kellerman Fellowship. When you're competing against other people in the department, the last thing you want to do is leave your notes lying around.
Kelly, did Jessica have any enemies in the department? Anyone in school that she didn't get along with?
Just because we were competing for the same fellowship doesn't mean that we weren't civil.
Not everyone was civil. In the last few weeks, Jessica was getting
That would be a
phone calls from
crazy way to
folks
kill somebody
What kind of
that you're
calls?
competitive with.
Heavy breathing, moaning, made you want to take a hand sanitizer shower.
Seems a little immature for grad students.
Look, I'm studying the impact of AIDS treatments in inner city clinics. Kelly's is about overcoming the glass ceiling. And Jessica was watching a dominatrix dig her stiletto into some loser's chest.
That's
Not
crazy.
getting grief for it.
How are people into that shit?
Apparently her dissertation compares the overt expressions of dominance in the dungeon to more subtle expressions in real-world relationships. Like who drives?
Hey, I would drive if you would let me. That actually didn't prove my point like I thought it would.
You know, it says here that Mistress Venom works in a bondage club somewhere in Dungeon
A
Alley.
bondage club? What is going on?
It's an area between Chelsea and Midtown. There's a whole slew of fetish clubs there.
Yes, I know where Dungeon Alley is. I want to know, how do you know?
Vice raided a few of them looking for a reason to shut them down, but since there's no sexual contact and the acts are all consensual, it was all perfectly legal. But there is one hot, wild, kinky thing that I do like doing. Putting killers behind bars.
See? You're already a tease. You're halfway there.
Hey, you guys take the freaky calls that Jessica was getting at her office, but since they were routed through the main switchboard at the college, there's no way to determine their source.
And she placed 2 calls to Lady Irina's House of Pain.
Lady Irina's House of Pain. That must be where Mistress Venom works. Did you get an address?
Yeah, an office building on 38th.
Huh. Conveniently located for all your lunchtime spanking needs.
All right, you guys.
This is crazy.
You know, see if
House
there's
of
anything
Pain.
that's there that might implicate one of her clients. Meanwhile,
Why do
counsel and
people
arms
like
for Mistress-
pain?
Mistress Venom.
Whips, women, and murder. Sounds like my lucky day.
So glad you're excited by this. Hi, my name is Kate, and my boyfriend has been a very bad boy. Yes, that's right. His name's Ricky.
What do you do?
Actually, a friend of mine recommended a Mistress Venom. Wait. Is she available tonight? 4 p.m.? Sure, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, that's very funny. Now call her back.
Oh, that's.
Castle, this is the perfect way to get
Oh,
Venom without
that's.
taking our hands.
Oh, that's crazy.
What's the matter, Castle? You afraid of a little role play?
Little. whoosh, whoosh. Oh, this is not what I expected at all.
This looks like a law firm.
What's going to be? Torture wheels and women in corsets?
Oh, yeah.
That's in the back.
Welcome to Lady Irina's House of Pain. How can I serve you?
Well, answer her! You see what I have to deal with? My boyfriend Ricky has an appointment at 4 p.m. with Mistress Venom.
Will you be joining him?
Oh, yes. I've been dying to watch him squirm.
Mistress Venom would be delighted to have an audience. Follow me, please.
God dang, how do you walk in those?
Gag here?
What?
Remember, my safe word is apples.
Apples. Apples. This is just a whole different level of... I feel like this is too far. Look at all this shit.
I'm sure we can find another dominatrix to suit your needs.
Apples.
I'm afraid we can't. I'm Detective Beckett. I need to speak with her right now concerning a murder investigation. You've never seen this girl?
Of course I've seen that girl. She wasn't observing Mistress Venom. She was Mistress Venom.
Excuse me? That's a twist.
Well, this explains the marks on her body.
She had 3 sessions yesterday. She left around 7:30.
Why does she kind of sound like a vampire lord?
Yeah. She came to me about 6 months ago. Killing is an act of dominance.
You and I both know that people aren't that simple. Men might come here for humiliation and torture, but it's easy to imagine that one of them might have been pushed too far and lashed out.
If she was concerned for her safety, she would have told me.
Apples.
Detective, all the services that we provide here are perfectly legal. I'm not about to betray the trust that they've paid for because you have a hunch.
Oh, I think it's more than just a hunch.
Well, gee, I'm sorry. Unless you have a court order, my hands are tied.
Oh my god, this is wild.
You're pretty well versed in law for a dominatrix.
Don't let the leather fool you. I used to be a partner at a law firm.
Wow.
When you dominate and manipulate men in every boardroom and courtroom that you're in, this just seemed like the natural progression.
That's... Okay. Apples.
Mistress Red.
Excuse me.
My lipstick. I noticed you couldn't stop staring.
It's just hypnotic.
It's not you, it's her.
If you're so upset, we could find
My
something
God.
for you to go medieval on. Like, perhaps.
Like, what the hell?
To protect her clients.
What about her goals?
This client, do you remember anything about him?
It was a week ago, and I only saw him from behind, but he was wearing one of those medical shirts.
Oh, that's the boyfriend.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Jessica's boyfriend discovered her secret identity.
Yep.
Instead of proposing to her, he kills her.
She was living it.
What the hell is this?
Oh, please.
Crazy. You're telling me this is real?
What are you
You're
talking
telling me
about?
Jessica was one of them?
Why did you go to the dungeon last week?
One of them. That's interesting.
We have a witness.
That's an interesting use of words, of
The woman that
phrasing
you
there.
loved lied to you. I could see how you could lose
One
control
of
and go
them.
into a jealous rage.
And then, in a panic, decided to stage the body in a manner so unusual we'd naturally assume it was someone in the bondage
I
world.
never went to a dungeon. There was no jealous rage because I didn't know. I was going to marry her. We just signed a lease to move in together 3 days ago. If I was so angry with her, why would I do that?
But then who was the person there in the medical scrubs?
Do we need to talk about this?
This is research for a case. And we need to get you some noisier shoes. Seriously, you made the team.
No, tryouts aren't for another month, but actually let me take her uniform home to see how it fits.
And what do you think?
I think it's totally not me.
Which is why I kind of like it.
Oh. Okay.
It's not you, so you like it?
Yeah.
I don't
You know how
understand that, but
You
okay.
filled off Derek's dorm because you were bored with him.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sometimes
damn.
I feel that way about me. Like I'm hiding inside my comfort zone and maybe it's time to venture out a little.
Oh, respect.
Does that venture have to include pom-poms?
Go Dad! Woo! Get out of the way, 'cause bears are coming right up.
What are you looking for?
Something's missing.
According to the security
Or
footage,
something doesn't add up.
the boyfriend never left the hospital during his shift.
Damn it.
It wasn't him.
Maybe he faked the footage.
He's an intern, not Jason Bourne.
Well, there is my subject B theory.
According to her notes, Sam pretends he wants to be submissive, but what he actually wants to do is dominate his mistress, usually with passive aggression.
So that's what he wants. He makes a game out of making other people upset so they can be punished.
Really? There's people like that?
That's
Only these
crazy.
Sams can be dangerous, sometimes resorting to threats to provoke their response.
That's
He
crazy.
said Mistress Venom was the one who needed to be punished. He said he was going to find her, tie her up, and drown her, but in something sweet, like caramel.
There you go.
Obsession and a description of the crime scene. It sounds like our guy to me.
That's exactly the guy.
We have more than a nickname. We have enough to force Lady Alwina to turn over a client list.
Oh.
Judge Markaway, please.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sounds like someone's gonna get punished.
Castle, why don't you sit this one out? I think Mr. Caraway will respond better to a strong female hand.
Oh.
Sam, I am in a box with a fox. We're gonna need some popcorn.
First, why don't you tell me why the hell I'm here? I got a board.
I said sit.
Oh,
Down.
damn.
Now.
There is no dominatrix client privilege in New York. And your mistress was very thorough in documenting your deepest, darkest desires.
That's wild.
The thing with the matches? How you liked it messy.
She wrote that down?
She also wrote how you wanted to turn the tables on her, how you threatened to tie her up and drown her in caramel.
It's fantasy.
But the fantasies weren't enough. And so you had to make your dreams come true.
That's not possible.
Wait,
Well,
what?
she said
What's
no.
not? Wait.
You didn't want to be the submissive. You wanted to dominate her, and the ultimate domination is murder. Where were you 2 nights ago? Mr. Caraway, where were you?
You know, questions like that terrify me because I'm like,
It was her anniversary.
where was I 2 nights ago?
Wife confirmed.
Your wife?
I was with her at the anniversary party all night.
This staging was way too specific to be just a coincidence. Somebody knew.
Maybe someone had access to the research.
Her roommate?
It's not Fort Knox. Anyone with access would have read exactly what we read and could use it to throw us off the
Roommate
trail.
could have been like some
Okay.
jealous.
You and Ryan go back to the dungeon, see if any of the girls swap stories after work. Meanwhile, Castle and I will go to the university
Angry.
and see who had access to her research.
Mistress Venom wasn't stupid. Is there a problem?
It's just this knot. It's like an octagonal knot. It's got like 8 sides. I've never seen a knot like that.
Detective Esposito bringing crime to its knees.
Stay.
So, none of the girls claim that they remember
Jesus.
talking about any of the clients, but I think we might have an explanation as to where she was between the time she left work and when she was killed. Mistress Scorpion thinks that Jessica might have been working off the books.
Well, if she was, then she was asking for trouble. Nothing upsets Lady Irina more than some girl trying to screw her out of her food.
So could that have been?
Hey, Irish, you want to help out your little buddy here? He seems to be all thumbs.
She hit a police officer.
You were her office mate, Kelly. It would have been very easy for you to access her files.
What about your keys? Did you ever lose them or lend them to a friend?
No. I mean, I gave them to Matt last week because he said he had some papers here.
Uh-oh.
This is Matt's proposal.
That's gotta be it.
AIDS on inner city clinics. Look at the picture.
He's in scrubs.
It wasn't Tyler who confronted Jessica at the dungeon.
It was Matt.
That's crazy.
I borrowed Kelly's keys. I mean, come on, seriously, I couldn't let her get that fellowship. And when I saw her research, I mean, it read like fiction. So I went to the dungeon to find out.
So you broke into her apartment cabin. You copied her research and then
Went to the dungeon is a normal conversation right now.
The innocent calm. Listen, Jessica withdrew her application the day before she was killed.
How do you know?
Because she blind copied me on an email that she sent to the head of the committee. We were cool. She was most concerned
We were
about
cool?
getting back this
You
research.
threatened her. What do you mean we were
She was
cool?
out of the running. I brought it all back to her apartment.
So you didn't see a stack of paperwork?
No, I would have noticed that. Maybe she took them up to school?
No, I wasn't there either.
Are you sure
I feel
I'm
like it's
telling the
you.
truth?
Most people lie to avoid suspicion. Not a lot of people lie to incriminate themselves.
Earlier today, I was emptying the dishwasher and I found a wine glass with lipstick on it. Didn't seem like Jessica's shade and it wasn't one of mine. I put it aside to hand wash it later.
Okay, maybe not.
Recognize this shade?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, and I rarely am, that's Mistress Red.
Did you know that lip prints are a lot like no two are exactly like. We found this on a wine glass in Jessica's apartment. What do you think we'll find when we compare it to your lips?
You are screwed.
But it wasn't.
We checked with your car service. And they said they dropped you off at 9 p.m. and for a just place the night shift.
You were the last one to see her alive. What happened that night?
Did you find out?
It's like
that she
terrified.
realized that she was studying her clients without their permission? I mean, if word of that got out, it would have destroyed your business.
Yeah.
That can't have made you happy.
And you're grasping
That's also
at straws,
motive.
And that can't make you happy. Detective, at this time, I'm exercising my right to legal counsel. I won't be answering any further questions.
Are you straining those noodles or just my patience?
Oh, I'm sorry.
This family is hilarious.
I keep thinking that I'm missing something.
Yeah, me too.
It smells good. But I already ate.
So, did you and Ashley do cheerleading practice?
No. Turns out cheerleading conflicts with my fencing schedule, my violin lessons, and French club. Cheerleading's more of a lifestyle.
Oh my
And
god.
I'd like to visit. It's not really a place I'd like to live.
I knew she did a lot, but that's more than I thought.
Well, we both learned a valuable lesson today. You're gonna need a fire hose to clean this up.
No, I cooked. Someone else cleans up.
Clean up? Who washed the pillowcase?
What?
Esposito said CSU didn't find anything until they stripped the bed. That means there was saliva on the pillow, but not on the pillowcase.
You're right. Someone washed the pillowcase. But the washer-dryer cycle would have taken at least an hour.
At which point, the roommate would have been home.
Irina couldn't have gotten out in time.
Only one person could have cleaned the apartment.
I don't understand. I thought you'd caught the killer.
Alright, I was kind of right.
In her research, Jessica describes being in a dysfunctional relationship. And she was scared to leave because the other person had become so dangerously codependent.
At first we thought it was her boyfriend Tyler. But it wasn't, was it?
It was you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The research that Matt dropped off? Her research.
You're wrong.
It had to have been you, Danielle. You were the only one who had time to clean up after yourself.
Judging from her office space, Jessica wasn't the kind of girl to scrub her floor clean with bleach. Jessica told you she had to get away from you. She told you.
That's
she was gonna
wild.
leave.
Cool.
She was
The roommate did it.
everything to me. She said she was gonna move out. That she was done with me.
Ooh, how dare she have a life of her own.
Some of the girls thought that Jessica was working off the book, so Irina came by to tell her to knock it off.
They had a glass of wine and she left. She just hit on the wrong night.
Yeah, but why'd she give you such a hard time then?
Because she's a lawyer.
And the dominatrix.
Hey! You made it. Guys, I want you to meet Jenny.
Hi. Welcome. We've heard wonderful things about you.
Damn. Got a girl like that, I might be whipped by her too.
Now we know why you didn't bring her around sooner.
So the two of you don't act like idiots around her.
No, so we wouldn't try to steal her from him.
What about this imaginary boyfriend of yours? We gonna see him around here, or is he at home tied to a bed?
What's the matter, Ricky? You jealous?
No, you only get to punish him at night. You punish me all day.
Well, you deserve it.
What did I do to you?
Let's just start with the first day we met.
Well, that was an interesting one. I don't get the appeal to the further stuff. The witch or the what that guy had like a freaking blindfold. That's terrifying to me. Being restrained, not able to move is not pleasing. That's kind of scary. Apples. No. I am good. Not my thing. If it's yours, good for you. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. We are getting closer to the end of Season 2 of Castle. I'll see y'all next time.